So God, while you changing my mind, change the mind of everybody connected to me. Make the people who aren't for me start saying things like, oh, I don't want to call her. She's not fun no more. Help them to say that, God. Let them say that and help me not be wounded when they say it. Because if they can't connect to where I'm going, then we might as well end it.
Hey world, welcome to Kiki with Kenny. It's been a minute. As always, if you forgot, I'm your girl Kenny, and I got my boy
Mr. Wash
in the building. Of course, Kiki with Kenny is a podcast where we talk about all things ship-wise, relationships, situationships, friendships, family ships. Any ship you want to sail, give us a holler because we're going to make sure it don't fail. So with that, sit back, relax, get ready to get set. Let's Kiki.
Really?
Vibrator?
Mm-hmm.
No. It didn't go. Ooh.
The vibrator?
I said it wrong.
Bravado?
Yeah, I said it wrong.
Yeah,
Look.
talking about my vibrator?
Look, anime.
You
know what I was trying to say.
You hear my vibrator? I did not hear your rose.
Ooh, no.
I don't hear your rose going off.
No? Oh, shit. Fuck you. Anyway, hey, Alan. I miss you.
What's going on?
It's been a minute. A lot of stuff. It ain't been that long. Last week, we did New Year's. We're still in January.
Yeah,
So it's not that bad. I've been doing a lot of shit. I did knock out one of my goals that I said I wanted to do, and I said I wanted to give back. Mm-hmm. I did it, and I didn't even record myself. Mm-hmm. Boom. Bam. So I'm going to do it again. Maybe when it warms up, mm-hmm. I'll do a drive. Yeah. So what you been up to?
Nothing. Just work, busy. Other projects, other hobbies and stuff like that. Just trying to get some stuff going.
Other hobbies, other projects.
Yeah.
You cheating on me, bro?
Yeah, I ain't like that.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta keep
it moving. I
keep currency flowing.
Oh yeah, income streams.
Yeah, income streams.
Am I crazy that I don't do things for money? That sounded bad, huh? Yeah, that sounded bad. Not sex. I'm saying.
Yeah.
I do things for the enjoyment, not for money. And mm-hmm. A lot of people tell me I'm crazy for that.
You're not crazy for that.
Yeah.
A lot of people do stuff for the joy of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to always do anything for money. Especially if you have other streams of income or you comfortable with the stream of income that you have, there's nothing wrong with doing something because you love to do it.
I need new shoes. I gotta have new shoes.
Okay.
No, but yeah, so somebody told me that the other day, but yeah, no, that I should start adding more money to what I want.
It depends on what you're providing. Like I said, not necessarily what you're selling and stuff like that, but what you're providing.
This pussy. No, I'm just playing.
Well, you need to put a price tag to your worth of your pussy.
I'm just playing.
Yeah. But you're playing, but I'm serious for all women. Hey, we live in 2022 right now.
So I should sell my pussy?
No, you should not sell your pussy, but you should know the worth of your cat.
So you know what? Because we briefly talked about this before, and I said that I don't show my worth with what I'm dating. Mm-hmm. The people that I date, I date down. And I made a vow to myself in 2022 not to do that. And I normally date down because I feel like them niggas need me. So they ain't gonna do me wrong, but them niggas do you wrong. So I've been dating some. Yeah.
I don't think that's a point of you dating those niggas because they need you. I think that's no. I think that's a part of it. But it's also a part of control. If you're a person that you know you're in a better situation than the person that you're dealing with, mm-hmm. you feel like you have some type of say of what goes on and how situations are ran. You know what I'm saying? Versus being vulnerable, having to be put in a vulnerable state when somebody is maybe, like you say, at times more financially better off than you, mm-hmm. more educated than you, and stuff like that. You feel, I don't want to say like in a child's place, mm-hmm. but you'll have some people who will try to put you in a child's place with them because they're like, oh, you don't know what you're doing or what you're saying and stuff mm-hmm. like that because I've done this already, I have this and that and stuff, and that's a position of power. You know what I'm saying? That's a male or female thing.
So that is something that I did, and I did do it because of control, because I knew I could control the situation. Yeah. And one of my biggest fears is not having control.
Yes, a lot of people's fears is the fact of feeling helpless. Yeah. And in that helplessness, you feel a vulnerability that you'd be like, I because I'm not controlling the situation. I'm in a vulnerable state.
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying, you can come at me any kind of way, whatever, and I'm not.
And you can't leave me.
Yeah, I don't feel protected. I don't feel prepared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus if I control the situation, if I'm at the steering wheel, I know which way we're going.
Exactly.
I know where we're headed.
Yeah.
It's like that.
So with that, so I've been on dating apps and I've been attracting different type of dudes, ex-dudes too.
Yeah.
And that's funny. But one of the dudes that I actually met, I said, what we say, Mr. Biggs?
Mr. Biggs, yeah.
We're going to call him Mr. Biggs. Yeah, he's out of my league.
He's out of your league?
And financially, he's definitely out of my league.
That's it.
I mean...
And this is my thing. Financially, he's not out your league.
Okay.
Because he's not out your league because you don't necessarily know what his league is. Because he could be a person like how I am with certain things. I don't need you to be, you know what I'm saying, on the same playing field as I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's different occupations in the world, there's different jobs, whatever. Mm-hmm. Everything pays differently.
Right.
So what I need for you to do, whatever, is the fact that can I talk to you and you are in a stable situation? Like we all have our ups and downs like that.
Uh-huh.
Or are you in a situation where you're taking care of yourself? That if I do anything we're talking and I do something for you, am I doing something for you because I care, because I just want to do it for you? Or is I'm doing it because I have to help you out? Because you need help. Because you need help.
So, yeah. So, I think, okay, that's a good way of looking at it. Because, honestly, at this point, I've been manifesting this, like, for the past year, the type of dude that I want. And it's crazy because I wasn't specific in looks. I did not get specific in that part. But everything else, that's what dude is. Well, Mr. Biggs is. He's not dude.
Don't put that out there either.
Don't put that out there?
How you just said that, don't put that out there.
What that mean?
Huh? It's somebody said everything but looks. This and that. Yeah, we don't pump the train out there. Because this is my thing. You could have the
He's
best.
not ugly.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You can have the best. Like I said, I guess my point is, you can say that, but you need to clarify it.
Okay.
To be like, yeah, you say, because you like, and clarify your looks. Clarify, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I asked God for this, you know what I'm saying, these type of traits in the man, right? You know what I'm saying, I didn't clarify looks because my type is, you know, I like blah, 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 this and that with her, right?
Like a roughneck.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, he gave me something different with her, right?
Yeah.
That's not bad, whatever, but it's different for me.
It is different.
And that's all you have to say.
Yeah, it's very different. Like, I actually showed my best friend in Dallas his picture. And she was like, oh, this is not your type. And I'm like, no. But
because we all have types, we all have preferences.
Yeah. But at some point when you look at things, sometimes you don't get your type. Mm-hmm. And that person becomes your type because they treat you the way you want to be treated, the way you manifest to be treated. So I don't know. I got Mr. Biggs.
You find you might meet somebody and on first glance or first meeting, whatever, you're like, okay, cool, whatever, it's like that. May not be your type, this and that, right? But as you're dealing with them and they're treating you a certain type of way, you start to learn different things about the person. Different things you like. You're like, hey, you have to have a nice smile.
He
like,
does have a nice smile.
Or hey, you got this and that, right? There's other things that you will take notice to and be like, I'm attracted to that.
Like how white your teeth are right now?
Okay.
I know you just brushed them. That's what you're going to tell me. But yeah, they're like extremely white.
Well, at least they know how to brush.
They not brush?
That's what I'm saying. At least they know how to brush.
Oh, like, yes.
Yeah.
They're extremely like, that's one of the things I love about you is your smile. Yeah. Like your two little teeth. I love that. Yeah, I love that. I think that's so cute. But yeah, that's why we looking at you. And I stare at your teeth when I'm talking to you. But yeah, but no. So yeah, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. It's crazy because I met another guy. He hasn't asked me on a date yet, but we have been talking on the phone a lot, and we have kids that are about the same age. Well, our children are the same age, and they both play football. And he sends me little corny videos from YouTube, which I love because I do shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like he'll pick a song and send it to me, or he do little stuff. That's cool, but he looks like a youth pastor. I told him that.
Mm.
I told him that. It looks like he's a pastor. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, you look like you wear jeans with hard bottom shoes. And he was like, I do. Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with that?
What? Are you serious? No.
Not hard bottom.
Yes, hard bottom. Yeah,
hard
church
shoes.
shoes.
I know hard bottom shoes.
Yes.
Put some like little low kind of things on, but I know hard bottom.
Yeah, hard bottom shoes.
Yeah, no, that's.
I don't even think he owned a pair of tennis shoes.
Yeah, because after you said, I'm like, yeah, that's little.
I think the only tennis shoes he has is his gym shoes. And then he got like this square haircut. Like a deacon. But yeah, but he cool. He cool. So I'm dating. I'm out here in these streets.
You want to be first lady?
No. But he is an ex-Marine. And that's different.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that discipline. And military is discipline. I don't know how that's going. But I mean, I ain't getting married tomorrow. So I'm dating them all. That's different for me. Because you know, I'd be married by now in my head. So yeah, with that, talking about dating. One of my friends went on a date, right? And I want you to analyze this date. I really wish I knew the guy that they went on a date with, because I would want him to come on the show, because I would want to get his perspective from it than her perspective. Because I know her perspective, so I just want to hear his side. But okay, so they go on a date. They've been talking to this guy on the phone, whatever. So the guy was like, "Hey, let's meet up for a date." She says, "Okay." He does ask her favorite color, and I hate interview questions. Don't ask me interview questions, but it's a way to ask questions without interviewing me. But he asked her favorite color. She said she's not a girly girl. She doesn't like the color pink. So she told him what she don't like, but she also told him her favorite color. He comes to the date with flowers. You can't hear me?
No, I'm just saying.
He comes to the date with flowers, and the flowers were pink. And she said she doesn't like pink flowers.
That was a favorite color though?
Her favorite color is purple.
Okay, so you should have found some purple flowers.
So is that a problem? Or am I too lenient? Because I would have took it.
No, it's not a problem. I'm saying because it's not a problem because it's still a nice gesture.
She took it as he doesn't listen.
Yeah, that's going a little bit more to it.
Yeah.
Like I say, like if that's that person's preference to be like that, that's them. But I think you look past that little part, whatever, and being like, it's still a nice gesture because, yeah, you didn't get the colored flowers that you expected, but you got flowers.
So she did look at it that way.
You could have got a Coke and a smile, but you know what I'm saying, you got some flowers, something that a lot
of niggas don't do.
9 times out of 10 on the first date, a lot, like in this generation, a lot of dudes.
Yeah, they don't do.
And a lot of dudes not doing that kind of thing because of that situation.
Oh.
Because I've done it before and it wasn't received like that, not right, whatever, and I haven't done it since.
But that's not fair because.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I said, regardless of the fact of it's fair or not, what right? That's the kind of situations that you'll be like kind of taken back from. But like, because my way when that happened to me, my way of thinking about it was, okay, maybe that was a little too much too soon. Because back in the day, that was a norm.
It's a bust.
Back in the day, it was a norm. But in this society, whatever, it made me feel like, okay, that might be a little bit too much too soon, right? And stuff like that. So it makes you take a step back a little bit it makes you take a step back until you learn the person. Once you learn the person, whatever, you be like, okay, I know they like these type of things, right? So if I do this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not telegraphing that I'm going to do it for you, but in our conversations, whatever, if I do this, I know how this will be receptive.
But I just feel like I feel like dates on flowers on the first date, that needs to be a norm. I don't care the colors. I don't care because me and her talked today, and I told her that roses have different color meanings, and we looked up what the pink meaning was, and I was like, maybe this is why he got you the pink flowers or whatever. But she was still adamant that he didn't listen, and I get that point. But I feel like a man shouldn't switch up because of he struck out with somebody else. Because if we don't do that, as many times as women been cheated on, hurt, lied to, whatever, we still, me personally, I still go in it with an open mind.
But see that also with that, how a lot of women operate and stuff. That was a dude, they may have had a good conversation on the phone, but that was a dude like, oh, she's still getting to know whatever, and she see the flowers on, he don't listen, right? That was a dude she really fucks with, and then they was to do the same thing.
She'll take
the flowers and wouldn't mind.
I know. I agree.
That'll be like a little thing, like, yeah, they ain't the color I want, this ain't flowers, but okay, we smiling.
I think that was the thing. I think I know she overlooked the flowers in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but then as the date continued to go on, he had red flags because he was so adamant about talking about their future together. And this was the first date.
Mm-hmm.
And even after she told him to slow down, you know, he kept on. Like, he didn't have conversation. And I blamed her a little bit because I asked her before they went on a date. I said, do you have date night questions? And she said, well, our conversation on the phone is good, so I don't need that. And like I told her, I said, it's a difference from being in person and on the phone with somebody. See what happens when I don't drink liquor? That's what happens when I don't have liquor at the table. No more liquor, no more liquor. But no, I thought it's a difference from when you talk to somebody face to face than on the phone. On the phone, you don't know what he's doing to ease his nerves. But face to face, he can't. He's there. So it's always good to have questions and not those, what's your favorite color? What did you do today? You have to have conversation. And like I told him, most men are not prepared for that. And as a woman, you just prepare for them.
Yeah, like I say, it just depends on the person. Because like I say, you don't have to necessarily have conversation questions. You don't. It just depends on the person. Because like I said, I'm the kind of person, like, you might have a question, right? You might ask your first question to me, and if we have a good conversation on the phone, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I can spend that conversation that we're talking about 50 minutes subjects.
Right.
Start off with
one question.
Because I like back and forth conversation.
But that's what the date night questions is.
That's what I'm talking about. But like I say, that's the questions are for. You need the questions for the fact that if you don't have a conversationalist in front of you, like I'm saying, like, if you have somebody that's good at conversation, you might have your questions. We might get to the first one. Like I said, we might not use your questions for the rest of the night.
Right.
Like, but if I'm not a conversationalist with it, right, and you have your questions, at least you prepare.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Because like I say, some people just don't. Some people will be lively, animated, and everything that's on the phone. When you get them in person, it's like, okay, when it's time to go. Because like I said, they don't know what to say or do. Because now everything is read from that
different
person.
you're looking at me, and that's one of the things. I think a lot of people think that they are good at conversation than what they really are.
Well, because a lot of people think they're good at conversation because they're good at talking about themselves.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm the opposite. I'm not good at talking about myself, but I am very good at conversation. Like, I'm gonna go with you. Like, let's talk. Like, one of the things I had told one of my friends, I was like, instead of asking a dude, what do you do for a living? Say, hey, take me through your day-to-day activity. Instead of you just asking him what he do, and he be like, oh, I sell cars. No, that's ended. Like, that's not a good question. Ask him, take me through your day-to-day activity. He finna tell you, oh shoot, I wake up in the morning, I go to the gym. Okay, now I know he work out.
But see, there's a pro and a con to that.
Tell me.
Because you can ask me, what do I do, right? And I can just tell you flat out what I do.
I don't want to know that.
No, I can flat out tell you what I do, right? But if I'm good at conversation, whatever, you know what I'm saying, then it could be a back and forth thing we can talk about it, right? So how you're saying doing it, right? That's a pro to it, whatever. You know, so you kind of give somebody leading questions to tell more about themselves, right?
Right.
But then the con of that is, do you really want to rapport with somebody you feel like you have to pull teeth?
I don't feel like you're pulling teeth. Like, normally when you go on a date with somebody, you're nervous. Like, I got a date tonight, I'm nervous as hell. Y'all know I could talk. I was nervous Thursday. Was that Thursday?
Thursday.
I was nervous Thursday. I didn't even know what to say. Like, I'm sitting there like, I suck at this. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think because when I asked you to tell me through what you did, like your day-to-day activity, I feel like I'm going to see you light up when you talk about certain things. And that's going to be the thing, probably not the most thing you're going to brag on. Like, for you tell me your job. I say, what do you do for a living? You tell me your job. But if I say, get me through your day-to-day activity, you're like, yeah, like, I got up this morning, I did this. I went to work. After work, yeah, I started shooting this series, and I started doing this, and you're into that. And I'm like, oh, this is his passion. Let me follow up more on that. Instead of me just saying, what do you do for a living? Because what you do for a living is not what drives you.
No, that's perfectly fine. Like I say, it's pros and cons to it, whatever. Because like I say, it's what we're discussing is a very difficult situation when you're dating somebody, whatever case may be, because if you're not a person that's good at reading people,
right,
or like getting to the root of things and stuff like that, then it will be a struggle if that person's the same way,
right,
and stuff like that. It's easy. Like I have my anxieties, I have my nervousness and stuff with different things, whatever. But in my nature, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm just meeting, whatever. My nature is to make you feel comfortable. So in our conversation, whatever, I'll ask you certain stuff, right? And I'll pick up on your mannerisms, body language, whatever. And I will ask certain things, whatever, to make you feel more comfortable. To the point where, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an introductory thing. To the point at the end of it, you're laughing, you're smiling, whatever, you're more yourself.
And then you're loosen up.
And stuff like that. Because, like I say, you have to, and that's just different people, whatever. That, like I say, I can't speak for everybody else because everything I've heard, it's like, oh, you just have a calming nature to you that I want to talk to you.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You allow me to be myself when I talk to you.
Right.
So, like I say, and I try to invite that in any conversation because you want the true nature of a person.
Right.
Especially in that situation because, like, hey, if you want to do this again, then, you know what I'm saying?
It's not going to be hard. It's going to be easy.
Because I went on a date, this was like over a year ago. I went out with somebody, and they went in with the intention. They told me after the fact. They went in with the intention was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go because I want to cancel. I'm going to go ahead and go meet up with you, whatever, because they was like, they just went through some stuff before, and they just went in the mood for some shit, whatever, like that. So when we met up, her language, whatever, she's kind of standoffish, whatever, and stuff like that. So we talked and stuff like that to the point where, like, you know, I was steady asking questions. I was steady.
We were doing everything.
Yeah, I was steady engaging with her, right? It's like that to the end part of it that she got loosened up, right?
Yeah. And
to the fact that, like, you know what I'm saying, after when we left each other, you know, I walked back to her car and stuff like that. It's like that. She was like,
walked up to her car.
Yeah. Okay. I walked back to her car and stuff like that. She told me after the fact. She was like, we know after we went out a couple more times. She was like, yeah, that first time she was like, I was really standoffish. She was like, I thought you was gonna think I was a bitch and stuff like that, and everything else. But she was like, you stayed engaged the whole time and everything else. And she was like, it really made me like, huh? I would, if he calls me again, I want to go back out with him. I want to talk to him some more, right? And it's like that. It made her feel at ease like that.
That's good.
So, I'm talking about, like I said, but everybody's not like that.
Everybody's not, because I think that was one of the things my friend was going through, because she was uncomfortable when because one of the things, and this was a red flag, and I agree with her about that red flag moment. He told her that he had an Instagram page already made for him and his future wife, for them to upload videos and pictures and stuff. And I was like, why is he doing this? Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, he's not like a rapper. He's not a movie star. He's nothing like that to be parading his life for others. So I was just like, okay, that's a red flag. But I didn't want to discourage her. So I was listening to her because I don't want her to get in that thing and say I'm not dating. Because she was there when she was like, I don't want to date. So I was shocked that she went out on this date. But it was a red flag, and she felt awkward about it. And then he kept talking about neighborhoods and like, this is a good neighborhood, maybe we should move over here. And this was the first date. And she kept saying, hey, slow down, take it back. And I don't think he read the room properly. He was set in his own ways, like, this what the fuck I want, and you getting on this train or you're not. And needless to say, neither one of them texted each other after.
Oh, he didn't text her either?
Nope. Nobody communicated with nobody. So I was just like, maybe he really wasn't into you either. Or maybe he picked up on the signs. And it's okay. But like I told her, I feel like they should have had that party. And you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they should have had a party conversation. Like, hey, you know, thank you for the day. However, it's not a match. I feel like you move too fast for me.
That's fine, but you can ghost me. I don't give a shit.
No, because see, the thing is, like I told her, I was like, don't leave that nigga out there for me to get it. Because now he ain't never learned his lesson. Like, he don't know what the problem is, and he gonna think what he's doing is right. And then he gonna get me, and now, dude, for real? The other 5 girls didn't tell you that this is a problem?
I'm not finna say that you're wrong. I'm not finna say that you're right. Because I think as people, we get too involved with why.
I always want to know why.
Yeah, and we get too involved with that versus just bettering ourselves, right? Because this is my thing. He can say that, oh, you're doing too much on the first day, right?
Uh-huh.
But if that's stuff that he actually wants and he believes in, right? Who am I to tell you, like, hey, you shouldn't do that on the first day, you should this and that, right?
Right.
That's a red flag for you, that's red for this person. But for this other person, they might be
She
ready
might
to
like
too.
it. Yeah.
She's like, damn, I'm actually talking to a dude that actually knows what he wants.
This is true.
And stuff like that.
Because the old me would have been like, let's get married.
Yeah. So telling him, like, yeah, you really turned me off with this and that, right?
Uh-huh.
That could turn somebody off of, like, well, damn, this is something I really want. Well, let me kind of pull back on it, right? And then you talk to the next person, and they kind of have that kind of same stuff, right? But you kind of like, let me kind of keep it to myself because I don't want to be this and that.
But shouldn't you just like read, instead of saying don't be so forward, maybe you should say read the room more?
You can tell somebody they can read the room and stuff like that. But this is my thing. When you tell somebody what they shouldn't do and things about themselves, whatever, you should let them know because sometimes we don't know. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it can make somebody more socially awkward.
But that's what y'all do to me all the time.
What you mean? Last
year when I was dating, I was like, yeah, after 2 days we get married, we go together, da 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 da. You was like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. But that's what I wanted.
Yeah, but this is my thing. That's what you want, right?
Right.
And when you get left alone and stuff like that, you can't be surprised like, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? And stuff like that. You can't have that. If you're gonna be strong in that conviction, then you have to go all the way. You can't be like, oh, and now this is what I want, and I'm gonna keep moving. You can't be like, oh shit, did I do something wrong?
No, because I did learn. I literally did learn instead of talking about the future so much, just enjoy the moments.
And see, you set yourself up.
Why?
You set yourself up because you was like, oh, because I do this, you know what I'm saying, and blah, blah, and like, what's wrong with that? Y'all tell me different with it, right? Uh-huh. Yes, but when you got the same in return, you didn't know how to respond.
I didn't want to do it, yeah.
So when you met...
But I wasn't trying to be his kid.
Yes, but I'm saying, when you met a male version of yourself,
I didn't want
and stuff like that, you was like, I don't like this shit.
I think it was because it's him. I didn't like him.
Yeah, but I'm talking
about. And I think that was the major thing. Just like you said about my friend. If it was coming from somebody that she was really into, mm-hmm. she would have been all in. I didn't like dudes like that. Mm-hmm. And I think I was just dating him to date him, which is wrong. Ladies, it's wrong. We don't date men for free meals. We don't date men just to be doing something. We don't date men to make other men jealous. But I was. Mm-hmm. But I'm not doing that now. Because, yeah, I don't want to get back at nobody. I'm okay. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm happy. And I'm not dating down. And I'm going to tell you when you bother me with something. I'm not going to just take that. Like, now, if you make me meet your kid on the second day, I'm like, hey, I don't want to do this. I'm going home. I'm not going to sit through it because it's too much. I don't know.
No, you have to speak out. Like I said, I had to tell somebody before in the past, whatever. Like I said, when it came to their kids and stuff, some things I wasn't comfortable with.
Right.
And they was like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to deal with this eventually, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not comfortable.
Right.
And I had to speak up on that. Well, I know another nigga will be in that situation, but like, cool, fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
That's your kid.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing, because if I start meeting your kids, I'm going to get attached. Because, my kid don't need me no more. Well, he need my money. Mm-hmm. But when I start getting around your kids, it's like, okay, we finna get married because now don't let you have a daughter. Mm-hmm. Because now that's my daughter. Don't let her be pretty. Because that's really my daughter. Yeah, that's a little vain. But, yeah, I did say that.
Nah,
but yeah.
But I'm saying, to your point, everybody feel like they deserve a conversation. And you don't. No. And this is like, let me clarify. Everybody doesn't deserve a conversation.
No, everybody doesn't.
A conversation with between two people is a luxury.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If a person is comfortable with giving you a conversation, be like, hey, this is why this is not working. This is why this is what it is, and stuff like that. That's a luxury between two people that feel like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had a conversation. Y'all was two adults in a situation, and that's perfectly fine. You're not owed anything, and people feel out that they're owed something. If somebody tells you they don't want something, and then if somebody shows you they don't want something, it's on you to make that choice. Be like, hey, let me read the room. Let me go ahead and move on this and that, right? Because hey, this person might have told me with their words. Mm-hmm. This person has told me with their actions. Let me go ahead and focus on myself then. It's like that. So, like I say, that person and you having a conversation to really clarify, because even when you have a conversation, some people still, your explanation is still not good enough.
Yeah.
And it's like that. Because you can tell somebody like, hey, they're like, so what's up? This and that, whatever. Like, hey, I don't really want anything right now. And stuff like that. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know what you want. I know where you're headed. I know you made clear what your standards are. I'm not on that right now.
Right.
With your standards like that. So I don't think this is what's up. And they can choose to be like, okay, I understand that, which is the logical thing. Choose to see that and move on. Or they can be like, well, hold up. Let's revisit the standards like that. And you can tell a person like, why should you revisit your standards? This is what you want.
That's your standard.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not what you want.
Right, and it's
you know
okay.
And like I say, and it's the whole point of that is being, regardless if it hurts you or not, whatever the case may be, the person may not give you the answer that you want, but be thankful that the person is not willing to waste your time. Exactly.
I just got into it with somebody. You know who I got into it with, because we always get into it. But I have made it clear, I'm not fucking with you, and it's okay. And they keep trying to make it seem like when we were fucking around and dating and stuff that we were friends, and I disagree. I don't sleep with my friends. Like, I get people when they say to have a relationship you have to be a friend. I don't believe if I have sex with you, you're my friend. I'm not going to call you my friend. It's just not what it is. We're more than friends. And so we kind of got into it because I made it clear I'm not going down that road again. And now we are just friends. Now, that's it. You're in that zone. That's what it is. And so I think I had said that I was dating people and I noticed a tone change or whatever. And so they tried to one-up me because now they were mad. And so we got into like a little heated discussion, and I basically was saying that it was another person in the picture that's been waiting on them to get their shit together and they don't see it. And he was like, no, that's not true. You still in love with your ex. And I was like, the fuck? Like, I'm trying to be your friend and I'm trying to tell you what it is. We're no longer like dating. We're no longer messing around, nothing. But you have this person that's been waiting on you, and you get mad at me for being honest and having that conversation with you so that we could just be friends. And you throw my ex in the... I don't even like my ex no more. And like I told her, I was like, if I wanted my ex, I'm pretty sure I could fuck with her. I'm 9/10 of a 10. Did I say that right? Is that like 9.1?
You said it was I said it,
but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty sure that I can still fuck with her.
Yeah.
Cause I would be like, hey, no strings attached. Let's do what we do. And I'm pretty sure he would say, yeah. So you mad at me for having a grown up conversation with you, and you try to throw that in my face. First, you're not me. You don't know what I feel. The only reason why I ever talked about this person to you is because you knew him. So that's the only reason. And then we did become friends. Because now I'm talking about my ex. Because we're friends. We're not fucking. We're friends. So we kind of got into it. And he hung up in my face and shit. I was like, whatever. But one of the main arguments that we always have is titles. He looks at a title as boyfriend and girlfriend, man and wife. There's more titles than that. Am I right or wrong?
We're
dating.
We're dating?
Yeah.
I'll say I agree.
Because you have your friendship, and I could be right or I could be wrong. I could say right or wrong because I'm right. But you have the friendship. That's when we're in the talking phase. We're getting the acquaintance phase, and then you have the dating. We're going out on dates and hanging out. We still ain't said we go together. We still ain't said, hey, this is what we doing. We're not exclusive. We're just dating.
Like I said, I wouldn't say there's different titles to it. There's different, like I say, there's different phases.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's different progressions.
But each one has a different title.
Sure.
That's why I said titles. Right. And that's one of the things with dating. Like, when you meet somebody, you tell somebody how you look at dating, and they tell you how they look at dating. Honestly, if it don't match, I feel like you should stop. Because there's no way of me trying to get through to you that, my nigga, I'm not doing this for you with no title. And when I say title, I don't mean boyfriend and girlfriend, man and wife. What are we doing? Without me asking you, what are we doing?
Well, this is my thing then. When it comes to dating, I think that let's say there's 4 or 5 different phases, right?
I think it's 6, but okay.
But 6 phases.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, give me your phases.
So you have the friendship.
That's the first phase.
The dating.
Second.
Dating exclusively.
Third.
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
4.
Fiance.
5.
Husband and wife.
Okay. I think that when it comes to those phases, to those titles, whatever, right? Where we get it screwed up at is the fact that we'll start at number 1 and try to jump to, and after a week or 2 of talking to each other, we try to jump to 3 or 4.
Right. And you can't.
Like I say, instead of learning somebody and basically being honest with somebody and being like, yeah, I'm going out with you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking to somebody else too.
Right.
Like I'm doing the same thing with somebody else.
Right.
And stuff like that because, again, if number 3 is exclusivity, we're not there.
We
yet. Haven't even made it to 2 yet.
Right.
And stuff. I don't even know, like you're saying, that, hey, I would consider you a friend, that you have my back, whatever, and stuff like that. So we get to that point. But after like a week or 2 of talking, people want to jump to 3 and 4 to being exclusive or being to boyfriend and girlfriend. Right. When it's like, I don't even fucking know you.
Exactly. And honestly, that used to be the old me. After 2 or 3 days, I want to be your girlfriend. Yeah. But like the past, maybe 6 months, I have been where I was like, I will tell you I'm dating for an intent for a relationship. That does not mean after the second day we go together. Yeah. That just tells you what road I'm on. And if you're not going down that road, we can stop dating or we can continue to date. You told me you're not dating for that. Mm-hmm. We'll continue to date, but you're not the only one. Mm-hmm. Because I used to multi-date. Mm-hmm. I only dated one person. And what I'm learning is that just because we're dating, we're not in a committed relationship. Yeah. And I like that. Because now I have options. Mm-hmm. Now I get to do different things because each one of these dudes brings out something different in me. Like I could be classy with one, I could be ratchet with the other, I can, be myself, whatever. And I like that. And people don't get it.
People don't understand that dating is a contest.
It really is.
And we don't want to look at it like that because I don't compete with no bitch. I don't compete with no nigga. I'm my own competition. All that shit sounds good. It might be. I'm saying it sounds good. That's how it must be on TV and shit, what you like, whatever. But that's real life. Yeah. You are competing with somebody. Yeah. It's like that. Like you are in competition. So yes, if you know the person that you are really feeling this person I'm dating with, right? Right. But I know there's other people. How can I set myself apart? This is like fucking, like I said, we don't want to look at it like an interview, right? Right. But we're looking at it, we're both trying to get the same position.
But it is a competition, yeah.
We're trying to get the same position without, you know what I'm saying?
We both want the same job.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so, hey, I have to do what I need to do to prove that, hey, I am the most qualified for this position. It's like that. And that's in the way I show that is through my actions, through my words, through, you know what I'm saying, through our conversations and stuff. I'm the best guy for this position. Exactly. I shouldn't expect, well, you know what I'm saying, if you're talking to me, man, you might as well drop all the other niggas, this and that. Who's to say you're the best person for
Prove me.
You might be not qualified to be with me. Right. And it's like that. So how are you qualified other than, you know what I'm saying, what how we've experienced on the show and we experienced on, you know what I'm saying, just in life talking to other people, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of men, sorry to say, you know what I'm saying, a lot of men are like, oh yeah, I bring to the table some
money and dick.
No, you know what I'm saying, money and dick or some bubble gum, whatever, and I'm all fresh out of money and gum. And shit like that.
It's way more than that.
But like I'm saying, but then niggas get mad when they be like, oh, there's mother dick over here too. Yeah. And so like that.
And $10 million.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. We're in competition. Like I said, you might think you can fuck the best and stuff like that, and that's your prerogative to think like that. You know what I'm saying? However you value yourself, right? Who am I to tell you that you shouldn't value yourself?
You're right, because you're supposed to think you're number one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you're a fool if you don't think you ever compete with somebody, and you're a fool to think that you're always gonna be the best candidate.
That's true, and that's true because like when you when I say, and I hate this question, but now dating, I kind of see why it's necessary. Mm-hmm. But I hate that question. What do you bring to the table? And it's not to see what you can do for me, but I really want to just see your answer. Because if I ask you what you bring to the table and you tell, oh, Bobby Brown, and you tell me money and dick, I'm running. Because it's so much more to life than that.
Well, that question, like I say, this is the better way to swing that question. Because like I said,
let me write this down. Hold on, I got a date tonight.
No. The better way to swing that question, like what was the question you just said?
What do you bring to the table?
What do you bring to the table? We look at that in a derogatory way.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What to bring to the table and stuff like that. People be like, well, I bring the whole table, all this. People want to say all the little slick little lines and stuff like that. It's not, when a person asks you, what do you bring to the table, right? The better question, or it is the right question, but the way you should look at the question is, that person is asking you, how do you value yourself?
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I can write that.
Yeah. The person asking how you value yourself. So, like, if you come into the table, how are you looking at yourself? What is your importance that you're bringing?
So I failed that question. I had a guy, he's my homeboy, and we went out just for drinks. Not on no dating type shit. We was just hanging out. And he asked me, he was like, when you're dating and they ask you, what do you bring to the table? What do you tell them? And I was like, well, I work corporate America. I'm a single mom. I do it on my own. I do this. I was just talking about tangible shit, right? So when I finished or whatever, he was like, all that shit is good. However, now what time did you say, I allow you to be you? I'm soft enough to take you the way you are. I bring peace to you. I bring love to you. He was like, niggas not looking for always for money and what you can do to make their life better financially. They want to know when they walk through that door, they ain't got to fight with you.
And that's my, like I say, I never knew my why, what it takes me for the longest. And like I said, what I wanted. And I'll tell most people ask me, hey, what do you want in a relationship, this and that? And I said, I want stability. And some people used to take it as, oh, you want stability? Oh, I have to have this, that, financial, this and that, whatever. And I was like, that's not the case. So I said, let me explain it better. Yes, I want you to be financially stable and stuff like that. But I am the kind of person that I want to help. That I want to be there for you and stuff like that. So, how can I say? Help me by helping yourself, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if there's a problem, I am going to try to help and try to fix it, right? So, if I want somebody that's going to provide stability to me, that they're going to give me peace by having peace in themselves.
So, what would you do with that stability, right? Mm-hmm. We're dating, and I run into an issue, and I need like $5,000. I'm thinking of a way to get it. Like, okay, I can go take this out of my savings account. I can go get it this way. I can go get it that way. And I don't come to you, but like we're together, and my mind is somewhere else because I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm gonna take where I'm gonna get this $5,000 from without messing with my regular money, right? Because it's an outside expense. How would you feel if you said, hey, babe, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. You're like, no, something's clearly wrong. And I'm like, I'm just trying to figure out this situation. And I tell you, and I already got the plan mapped out. Would you feel useless that I didn't come to you, like helpless that I didn't come to you to help me solve my problem? Like, is that an issue?
That's not an issue, because if you have a plan and you're trying to work it out in your head with it, right? And I see it's bothering you, and I ask you about it, and you tell me, you might have the plan worked out, but so I may not have nothing to contribute to that plan at the moment, right? So let me just be a sounding board to you. To be like, for you to, I'll really talk about your plan, right?
Right.
To see if there's any cracks in it or this, that, maybe something you ain't looked at or thought about, right?
Right.
And stuff like that. Let me be that outsource of research for you, because we'll make a plan, but there might be some things that we'll leave out because one we might not know,
right,
or whatever it takes to be. So you bounce that somebody off that you consider your friend, that you date, things like that.
Right.
Their job is to be like, now like, and then how niggas be. Some niggas will be like, you'll tell them awesome. I'm like, is this the other thing? That shit crazy. And stuff like that. That's shit crazy. Shit, I hope you get it together, this and that. Or you have somebody being like, well, yeah, I might not give you no money, I might do this and that.
Right.
But what are you trying to do? Well, hey, have you looked at this?
Right.
Have you looked at that? Blah, 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 right? You know what I'm saying? That's to be something, if we ain't doing shit right now, whatever, we can look on it. Got my phone, let me look it up with, right?
Right.
And tell you like that, you be like, well, shit, I appreciate that. That goes a long way. That's somebody being like, hey, I'm not asking this person for anything, right? but they are willing to have a conversation with me to be like, hey, how can they help me, right?
Right.
That they not lead me to like, well, that's your problems.
And see, as being single and a single mom, I had to do everything on my own. I have to get it. I get it however I get it. And I'm trying to take myself out of that independent mode to where I be like, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. Because I even do that with my friends. And they get mad at me. And I fuss at them about not letting people in to help. But I won't let nobody in to help. And one of the reasons why I won't is because people who I've called my brother, my sister, my best friend, they always came back and threw shit in my face some kind of way. Mm-hmm. And I ain't like that shit. So I know that I would never do that to nobody. So that's why I tell them to let me in. But I don't trust nobody enough to let them in their way.
And like I said, that's understandable. Like I said, because some people we don't want to stuff be put back in our faces and stuff. So like I say, and I've had this in recent situations and stuff like that. Like a person be like, all I ask a person, they be like, yeah, I got this issue going on. I got to pay for this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, how much you have to pay? Well, I have to pay this and that. Well, shit. If we're dating, we've been together and stuff like that, kind of working on stuff like that, I don't mind helping you.
If
I'm not there.
Smash.
Well, yeah, that's a big thing too. Like I say, I don't mind. I'm not trying to pay the whole bill, right?
I give
but,
you something.
But
yeah,
$5. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you need $1,000, right? Let's say I fucking give you the whole $1,000.
Alan, can I have $1,000?
But shit, we ain't smashing, we ain't doing all that. You're my friend. You're my friend. Yeah. But like I say, let's say you need $1,000 and we fucking around like that, right? I'm like, I got you. The only thing I ask of you, right? Especially if this is an issue for something that's gonna be that you're doing as a recurring thing, something like that, trying to get together. Only thing I ask is like, I gave you $1,000 this time, right?
Right.
If we revisit this conversation a couple of months down the line, right? If you need my help again, make it to the point that you have been doing everything that you've been needing to do. You know what I'm saying? To be like, hey, I pay this bill again, whatever case may be. I got stuff together. I'm like $200 short.
Right.
Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that. Because went from 1,000 to 200.
200.
You know
yeah. I see you trying.
Yeah, I see the work ethic and stuff like that. Now, if you come back to I give you 1,000 and you come to me again, and be like, well, yeah, I need 1,000 again, or I need more than I need 1,200 this time, right? Then you ain't showing me no progression. You show me like you showing me that you basically you making me look at it, even if it's the case or not. You're making it like I'm getting used.
Yeah.
It's like that. Where like at the end of the day, I'm in a bind, whatever. I know he'll do it. I know he'll take care of it.
Oh,
so that's what I'm saying. Like you have to be the person to be like, hey, if I give you that kind of leeway, be like, hey, I'm here to help you in anything that you're doing, right? Just show me the effort that
you're trying to get better.
That you be like, hey, I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that I even, like I said, in a relationship, your partner should be a safety net for you.
Right.
It's like that. But it should be a safety net to be like, hey,
catch me when I fall, not every time.
If I've exhausted every avenue,
yeah,
and stuff like that, and this person is here for me, this person, because I've already let this person know what's going on, and this person's like, hey, if you get this, that, and the third, I got you. You know what I'm saying? See what you can do, and then I got you. And that's your safety net. You be like, okay, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can. But if you ain't did shit, it just came to back like, yeah. I need this.
I need you again.
Wait, when you need it by? I need it Friday.
Tomorrow.
I need it Friday, and it's Tuesday. And you're like, well, nigga, when you was gonna say something?
I thought I had it.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's bullshit.
I did.
Yeah, like I'm saying like this, but like I said, you could have had that discussion, be like, hey, I'm working on this, and that, versus you like, let me go, this and that. It's like, and then another thing too that people do in a relationship that's fucked up, they'll get themselves in that kind of situations. And then they'll be like, well, I need that help, right? Well, shit, you waited too long. Like, why you didn't tell me about this before, right? Because there'll be a situation I can't help.
Right. Because maybe you just paid something or needed something.
I mean, paid something, I did something. But then you'd be like, well, shit, well, okay, well, that's cool. I'm just going to have to take a loss on this, and it's going to push this back, whatever. Well, hold up. Pushing that back is something that we discussed, that you said you were supposed to be doing, and whatever the case may be. So now, timelines are getting pushed back that we should have discussed.
Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for no relationship.
But see, that's the whole point, though.
That's too much.
That's a real conversation versus let me see your phone. Let me where you been? You was out with your boys and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all relationship type situations, right? But that's not real shit you have to deal with as two adults to be like, hey, we're trying to build something in the long run. It's like that. The little petty shit, the little shit, whatever, is stuff that is necessary because you can't overlook little stuff. But we always have the little conversations. Nobody ever has the big conversations.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, what are you doing when it comes to this? Because we're trying to buy this.
Yeah.
Are we buying this together, or is this on my name or just your name? Because you be like, because like we haven't talked about it, and then when it comes to it, find out your fucking credit
score is 410.
It's fucked up.
410.
Because I've seen people do that. I've seen people like talk shit about another person, like, well, shit, I hope you got your stuff, blah blah blah, this and that, and then they go do something and find out their shit is fucked up, and the other person's shit is good, and now they all like, oh hey.
That's one of the things. Like I do try to talk about credit up front. Mine is not the best, but it's not the worst either. It's in the 600s, but it can be higher. But I'll tell dude quickly. I'll be like, hey, if we finna do this, give me a year. Let me pay some bills off. Let me get these credit cards open and just put Netflix on it and just reoccurring payments, whatever. Let me do what I need to do to get this credit under wraps. But I am, one of my downfalls is money. I'm not good at money at all. So I am that girl that will be like, here's a joint account. I'm putting my check in there. You do what needs to be done.
Well, no, I believe in that. I believe in, like I said, if I get married and stuff like that, I want a separate joint account that we put all our bills into. So automatically everything comes out. So we already know that we're straight on stuff like that.
Right.
And it's not an issue because I want you to have your money to do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Now,
because I'm getting the car that I want.
But you can do what you want, like I'm saying. But,
that little $400 car.
But like I said, but we having that conversation about credit and how our incomes and stuff like that. That's conversations that need to be had.
But that's intimidating.
It very is.
That's horrible.
But like I say, it's intimidating. But we don't have a problem saying what the fuck we want.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
I want this big house, this 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom house, and blah blah. Okay, well, how are we gonna get there? Oh, that's an intimidating conversation. I want to talk about that. No, what the fuck? That's a conversation we have to have. I need to know what kind of person that you are.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
Yeah, this dating shit, it's real. I'm out here in these streets. Not in the streets. Am I in the streets?
We all in the streets.
I'm in the streets!
we all in the wilderness.
I'm dating in the wilderness.
We all in the wilderness.
Oh, ain't no me, Tarzan, BJ.
Yes.
Ooh. No.
You know what I'm saying? You in the wilderness looking for your mandingo.
Lick it. I ain't looking. Fuck that shit. They finding me though.
What's that?
Yeah, I been seeing y'all on them date naps. I be like, oop, I went to school here. Nope. Oop, I know him. He married. Nope. Yeah, it's a dude on my Facebook right now. I was like, where do I know this dude from? I thought he was this dude that used to talk to Tisha. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, I know you. Didn't you used to talk to such? And he was like, no. So I was like, where do I know this dude from? So I go on my Facebook and boom, he posts a picture of him and his wife. And I'm like, but wait, you on Hinge? Hold on. And he was inboxed to my hello, gorgeous. What you doing today? And I'm like, but wait. And then when I told him, I said, hey, now I know who you are. You're my Facebook friend. And I see that you're very married. He never responded.
Yeah, because he caught.
Y'all better stop that shit.
No, but he caught. But that's what I'm saying. Like I said, that's the whole point of going back to what we discussed about people jumping steps. Like I said, you have so many people that didn't got married that don't like the people.
They don't like the people they married to. Or in relationships and don't like them.
Because you finally find out who that person was that you married.
Yeah.
Or you really embrace the things about yourself.
Right.
And now you want to do your own thing, whatever. You want to be who you originally are.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. You're tired of faking or playing a character.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So now you're left in limbo in a loveless marriage, whatever, and seeking out certain other people and stuff to give you an excuse to leave. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, I just can't leave because you got so much assets and kids or whatever tied into somebody that you like, I don't want to get all of everything I've accumulated cut in half, or whatever the case may be, because I made a stupid ass decision, you know what I'm saying, some years back that I wasn't really prepared to make.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you see so many people in situationships too. get with these women and play house with these women, and it's like you really don't like her. It just was comfortable for you. That girl made it comfortable for you, and you really don't like her. And I'm not trying to be in that shit ever.
Yeah, because like I say, you need to, like I said, that's what comes to the point when your partner is your friend, when you enjoy like doing the small shit, going like to the movies or going on vacation.
Yeah.
Like that, where you be like, hey, I'm looking forward to this trip because I enjoy this person.
Yeah. And a relationship, you know, if a relationship is strong, if y'all can go out of town together.
Yeah, and like I said, I want like I said in the past with them, I want to trip with somebody, and they was like, they was like, I enjoy going with you because you never
paid for everything.
Well, I didn't pay for everything. Like I said, I was paying for stuff, whatever, and she paid for a couple things, but she was like,
I did that too.
She felt uncomfortable, whatever, with that.
I ain't feel uncomfortable.
Well, she was feeling uncomfortable, like she's like, I want you to have to do everything. But
I just want a brownie pudding.
But her thing was, I enjoyed going with you because like we did certain things, we did different things with her, right? It wasn't like everything that we did you complained. It was this and that, or blah blah blah, this and that.
She went on some bad trips.
Yeah, she went, but because she named two dudes that she had talked to, right? One was her ex-husband, and one was a dude that she was just dating with her, right? She said the dude she was just dating, they could go somewhere and he'll complain from the time they get there to the time they leave. It's like that, and then after they leave, whatever, he'd be like, yeah, I really enjoyed that.
No, fuck you didn't.
And she'd be like, what you mean? Like, you complained the whole goddamn time, right?
Yeah.
Everything was an issue to like, y'all want to eat here? I don't like the food. I don't like this and that.
My daddy's like that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like the food. Oh, why is this and that? Blah, blah, blah. So it was always the complaints, right? When she was going somewhere with her ex-husband, whatever, he was a person that was rooted in a whole bunch of insecurity. So it would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you see that dude over there, what you think? You try to do whatever. I'm not this, I'm not that, whatever. It was just like, what the hell?
Yeah. I think with me, if you travel with me, I plan the plan. So I'm that person. So like, we'll talk, like, I'll tell you, like, case in point, we go to Mexico. What's something you want to do that you ain't never did? And you be like, well, I ain't never did. And I'm just naming some shit. I never parasailed. Boom. I'm put that in the agenda. We're going to have a whole day of just about you. The first day is relaxing day. As soon as we get there, we get massages, we drinking, we eating. And then the next day, it's all about you. The stuff that you like. You like smoke cigar? I don't like smoke cigars. I'm gonna put that shit in there. You like rum? We're going to rum tasting. That's you. That's your day. And that last day about me.
But that's my thing. That's
spend your money.
No, and that's about knowing the person, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a person where it's kind of like, oh, I want to do this adventure and that adventure and that, blah, blah, right?
Yeah.
I really don't give a shit because...
You just want to be with the person.
There's a person that makes everything. We can go parasailing, we can go ride four-wheelers.
I have been on trips before where we did nothing.
Yeah.
We did absolutely nothing. Like, literally, but I would ask you what kind of trip is this? And we went, and the only time we left the room was to go to the spa. It wasn't no... we had sex, but not like that. But it was like we went to the spa and then we just chilled. We ate in the room. We ate candlelight dinner, stuff like that. And we got dressed just to stay in the room, not because they was hiding. It was just a real relaxing trip. And I needed to sleep. They needed to sleep. We needed massages. We turned our phones off. Not a care in the world. And stuff like that. So it's different types of trips. But there's been trips where I had to be the leader. I hate those trips. I hate when I have to be the leader when I'm with a dude. Why am I with you? Why am I like, that's the shit you do. When we get in the car, you give me your passport, give me this. And you putting it up and making sure everything is good and things like that. But why I gotta do that? I'm a girl. I don't want to do that. I believe in gender roles. So yeah, I'm sorry, did you do calling?
Oh, no, you
I ain't gonna answer.
Yeah, no, we can go ahead.
We're gonna wrap it up anyway. So yeah, with that, dating is all different. It's just different. Everybody's experience is different. Be vocal, but not too vocal. Right? Stand your ground. Not Houston wise. But yeah, did you have anything?
No, that's it. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own way of doing things, whatever. Just be open and be who you are. And learn how to adapt to your situation.
Oh yes.
We don't adapt to nothing. So like I say,
we don't. I do.
You know, I say you have to.
Yeah. Oh, he said he was leaving. And then he gave me a little video. He talks in the ring doorbell every time. But yeah, so with that, before I go, I just want to say keep your eyes on your own paper. Because even cheating puts you in last place. I just made that kind of did it not go right?
It sounded like it went right, but I don't know. It's wasn't confident in it.
Keep your eyes on your own goddamn paper. With that, bye.